back like we never left with another episode of the Dosyonkos podcast. It's your boy, your co-captain SV, Sammy Vinsmoke. Here, my brother, Deion Chopper. Deion, what's cracking?
Yo, fam. So we're back. We got a little hiatus. Lots of things were popping in the life. But,
yes, sir.
Back to that fucking content grind.
Back to the grind. That's it. Another day in the dollar. The boys are back in action, Another week, another episode. We got the regular scheduled recap, you know what I'm saying? Deion, we chatting about that Shield hero. He been watching that, John. And your boy will be chatting about a little Sailor Moon because I've been watching more of that. As well as I've been reading Haikyuu since who knows when the fucking next anime season's coming out. I couldn't wait, you know what I'm saying? So I started reading, I picked it up, and it's fucking juicy, bro. So I'm going to chat a little about that. Spoiler free. A little about that, you know what I mean? Then we going to hop into the main meat, which is that roof piece. We finally here. The GOAT, One Piece, giving us that greatness once again. So we're going to chat about that shit because the episode 1015 was... Could I say perfection? I just say it out right now. Perfection. Come on now, bro.
I think this one might... You've said this multiple times before.
That things can't be a 10.
That things can't be perfect.
This might be a 10.
But if there was one that knocked on the door of 10 of perfection...
This shit is like 9.99999. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not 10, it's the closest it could possibly be, bro.
It's touching the heavens on this one.
Mm-hmm. It's at the gates, for sure. For sure.
Wild.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's on the docket for today. Massive Ops.
I love that. Well, I mean, shit. I guess we got to kick it off. I just wanted to say thank you. I was just thinking about this the other day, show a little gratitude to the gang. Because weirdly enough, we've talked about this before. Like, we don't do a crazy amount of promotion for the podcast, but we have a lot of listeners and downloads.
Yeah, we gotta do more, but
I do want to just say with that shit. Yeah, so I do want to just kick it off and just say, thank you guys, love you all very much. Thank you for rocking with us for a whole year. And
oh yeah, we fucking big preach on that shit. Where's my boy Tino? Big preach.
Big preach. Is that a Tino thing? They say big preach?
I always gotta give him props to that shit because he's the first thing I've ever heard say that shit, and it's so fire. Big preach.
Yo, big shout out to Tino.
Fire.
Yo,
shout out that boy Tino, bro.
What's his Twitch? Do you know his Twitch handle?
Yeah, Tiptoe Tino. Follow our boy. You want to see some good content? Twitch.tv/Tiptoe Tino, bro. That's a homie.
Yeah, after I switched over to watch him one day when you rated him, bro.
His good shit.
Yo, that's
good shit, bro.
Yeah, he's a good streamer, bro. He got a good vibe to him, so.
Yeah, that's the homie, bro. That's the gang member. That's the gang member.
We gotta do a little sidebar. We gotta do a little Twitch gang shit. One day, just do a fucking we gotta take shifts. Do 8 hours, and we just start switching over. It's
bro, 8 hours, bro. That's rough. That's a long stream, bro.
We do not need to do that, but so yeah. Off the sidebar. Shit, dude. We're back to the good anime. Anime's back. What do we do? That's what I'm saying. Last time you listened to us.
Back.
It was scary for a minute. We weren't getting episodes and
we got hacked. One Piece was true. It's crazier.
Going through it.
It was spooky out here for sure. It was fucking spooky.
That's real. But yeah, kicking it off. Shield Hero. I mean, you said you watched.
I've only seen the first two, so I have to watch. I think there's 4 out right now. 4 or 5.
There's 4.
Yeah. So I've watched the first 2. Obviously the first pilot one of the new season, and then the one where they get more into the spirit tortoise and shit. They meet the aspect of that nigga or whatever, and then shit like that.
It's going well. The pacing on Shield Hero is always slow.
But it's usually a slow grind, or a slow burn, I should say.
That's what it is. It's a good change of pace with the new anime that came out. I'm not gonna lie, new generation anime is high octane.
Yeah, for sure.
There's always adrenaline, and it's not like I don't like that. But
yeah, you especially. You're one who looks for that shit, bro. What the fuck?
But so that's funny. That's funny you say that. I think I looked for that because everything is a little bit slower. So I might have to give props to the old anime. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because when you get to that spot and you're like anticipating it and you're amped,
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you
it's
get a
good.
good, like a good build up, and that's what a lot of these older shows do.
Yeah.
Like, I think of shit like Yu Yu Hakusho and like the build up for like the Dark Tournament where like he meets Toguro in the beginning and then they go to our tournament and you have to fight him again. Like,
Yeah.
the build up for that shit, like, it's different. See what I mean? So,
Exactly.
I definitely feel you on that shit.
That's how I felt, you know. I think that I took for granted the small buildup of things because
Yeah,
you know it is a lot now. Like
yeah.
when I think of these like new like gen animes, let's say like Demon Slayer,
Yeah, I
should
knew
it
you were gonna
just
say that
be
one because that's the
continued?
one. That's the one I thought of also.
Yeah.
Is because like that shit really, even though I haven't finished the series, even with the stuff I watch, stuff don't get time to breathe at all. You know what I'm saying?
No.
To breathe. This motherfucker met the big bad, and then we're on to the next scene. Instantly, he's meeting some lady. Like no time, no levity, no time to breathe at all. Not all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. You know, it keeps the shit moving. But sometimes
Yeah.
you want to sit in moments. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sam always has the right verbiage for this shit. 'Cause you're right though.
Yeah.
You just you see some, you're all excited, you're hyped up, and then like the next moment you move on to the next the next episode, you get back to that like tense feel. You're oh shit,
Yeah.
like what is with this woman? Like
Yeah.
when he met the kid and they were about to fight each other, he's like, I don't like you. But then you instantly get wrapped up with Muzin, and then you get
Yeah.
instantly wrapped up with the two twins. And you're just like, oh yeah, this is. And then next thing you know, there's been 5 episodes. Like that's a 5 episode split.
Yeah. Yeah.
When let's take something like yeah, you said Yu Yu Hakusho. Like yeah, you get a tense. Even like the thing when he gets hit by the car, saves the person. There's like 3-4 episodes that just like chilling and meeting and vibing.
Yeah.
You know, even in the tournament,
dead. He's dead for like
Yeah.
2-3 episodes, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a ghost
He's
for
a
like
ghost.
spirit for like 4 episodes before he gets back his body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was now, Yusuke's in his body by the end of the first episode, he's in his body again.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He
He's
gets
probably
hit,
at the
he gets hit by the
tournament.
car in the first minute. By the end of the first pilot episode, he has his body back.
Yeah. So that's really funny. It's true though, man. Yeah, that's like the hardship with it when it comes to new anime versus old anime, I feel. Because like I said, Shield Hero, it's a slow burn. Like but it's more old anime-esque where
Yeah.
you there's a conflict, but they don't necessarily just dive into the conflict
Right.
right away.
Right.
You know, I call it the Odin effect, right? New anime
Yeah.
is literally like Odin. You just sprint to that shit. Like, you know,
That's facts though. That's true.
like all new anime, even Attack on Titan, like they do it a little bit better.
Yeah,
they don't put so much
do,
emphasis, but they
yeah,
sprint. They're
because
like right to
they
the
do.
to the fire.
Yeah, they do all right to the point. But like with at least with AOT, the story at least lends itself to a lot of drama. So that's why they're able to have like levity and you could still sit in stuff.
Mhm.
But there's definitely times where motherfuckers shit is just constantly just going on. Whereas
Right.
like Demon Slayers, the story doesn't leave itself. There's not really much like there's no political drama to have episodes where you can have an episode where they just talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not really that for Demon Slayer, so it's definitely way harder to try and introduce that if you're not actively trying to. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas
I don't know,
AOT just gives you that without even trying because of the story.
because it's political. Like the
Yeah,
story is.
exactly. So you have to have episodes where they just fucking talk.
You know what? That makes sense, and I wonder if that is why they introduced. Maybe it's just too early in the story or too early in the series, but like where they brought. I'm trying to forget the chick's name. Nezuko, like the Nezuko with the Demon Slayer corpse. Like,
Okay.
is that what they're trying to add? You know, because I don't know if you got. Oh, you probably haven't got to. Did you get to the
Just
point
keep
where?
going. Just keep going.
All right, so you didn't get to this. Shit. But anyway, they get to a point where the demon corpse, the head of the demon corpse, calls in Tanjiro because he fights one of the upper moon demons. And they bring him in. Obviously, he gets he's got his ass whooped because
Feel that probably.
you know, standard, his boy's in shambles. Anyway, they get to the Demon Slayer corpse. Nezuko obviously, like, although their Demon Slayers are like fuck demon. Like honestly, sidebar. The Demon Slayers are really on site, like niggas. Like they were.
Well, it's fair. It's just fair though because
Yeah.
like Nezuko is probably the only one who's actually not a really terrible thing.
Exact. So so they get Nezuko to like the Demon Slayer headquarters, and two of the people. There's one guy with like the scar on his face. I don't remember his name. It's like, nah, fuck that. She's a demon. Like, let's see if she's gonna do it. So he like cuts himself and like drips blood on her, and he's like fucking gonna kill her. Tanjiro like gives him the meanest headbutt, clean too, and everyone's like surprised, like, oh,
Tanjiro
he landed a blow.
always with the headbutt, always constantly.
Yeah, they were so happy. Well, not happy. They're like, yo, he landed a blow on this guy because this guy's obviously like the number one nigga like in the demon corps. Maybe he's not, but he's got that energy. Like, he's the one, So they were surprised at that. But I think that's where they're trying to add the political thing, because now everyone's like, yo, Nezuko's a demon. But like Tanjiro's trying to prove that she's not a bad demon.
Right.
But they're like, we can't work with this. That
definitely does work though.
Yeah.
That definitely can't work because you can have episodes where they just chat about that shit also. But who knows if they will.
They haven't. They didn't. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, in all season 2, it wasn't like that. Damn. It was the entertainment district.
Yeah, okay.
And once again, the button was on
all action. It's just all action.
The foot was on the gas the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
Even in the talking scenes, there's fucking shit. Like people are fighting.
I'm dead.
Yeah. So yeah, Shield Hero was a good pacing. So yeah, after we got off on the Demon Slayer sidebar, classic. Yeah. They meet you. So you watched episode 1. They meet like the familiar.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what I love. It's slow. They talk about the tortoise, and they don't instantly go fight it.
Yeah.
And they politicked a little. Well, I think
Naofumi even says like, "Hey, we ain't fighting this shit right now, bro," because the motherfuckers was trying to just go run at it with like an army, and then the guy was like, "Bro, we tried that and it smoked us."
Yeah.
Naofumi was like, "Nigga, if you don't listen to me, I'll do it myself with my homies, and we ain't doing it now, so y'all better relax." I was like, yes, nigga, gang shit. He's a real one.
This gang is the realest gang too. Only man to have 4 riders, like that's it.
And one isn't even really with him though. Like the archer shorty, she ain't even really with Naofumi like that. She want to go back to the bow nigga, which is weird. Yeah, I'm like, bitch, why?
She's a goofy. She is a goofy.
She Richard. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. That shit is weird. Like, why you wanna? Like, I'm just confused. The only explanation is that she loves him.
That gets answered.
It has to be the thing.
It gets answered in episode 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like
you would respect.
I can accept. Okay.
Really.
I was gonna say. Okay.
You will really respect the bow nigga. Like you. It's one of those things you gotta respect him. Yeah. No, you don't have to like him, but you'll respect. Okay. Yeah, he still sucks, but you'll respect why like he would feel this type of way and why about him.
Okay, got you. All right,
it's really
see because right now I'm just like, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, it looks stupid, like she's just like simping over homie, but she's really not simping. She's not simping. It does. Bro. It's actually a beautiful scenario.
Okay, that's tight. Okay. That's cool then. That's cool. I give it to Shield to make it something beautiful like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the show's wheelhouse to make something like that for sure. Yeah. Because I didn't want to think that she just loves him and that's it. Like I didn't want to think that was it. But we'll see.
Yeah, the Shield Hero does do that, right? Where they put it in a frame of perspective of there's a reason behind this. It's not just some anime magic.
Right.
Not like is it Bartolomeo? Like is his like that type of love? Is it Bartolomeo? Yeah. With Luffy, is his like simping for no reason? Would you consider that simping for no reason?
Well, no, because he got inspired by Luffy because he was at Logtown when Luffy survived. He saw Luffy get hit by lightning and survive, and he got inspired. Oh, he was there.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he was in Logtown, so that's what happened. And then he became a Luffy fanboy after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a reason for sure. But he's definitely a simp. Like Naruto's definitely a simp, but he definitely has a reason because he saw Luffy survive a bolt of lightning from the heavens. Like,
yeah, I would love it if that like that scenario, if they somehow foreshadowed that to being like Anel was trying to kill someone and he missed, and that was like a
Bruh, that would
sky,
be crazy.
right?
Bruh, can you imagine? Oh, that'd be wild.
That'd be a sick connection if that like was a thing.
That was
If
just
like
fucking
Anel came
Nels El
back,
Thor. And it just hit him.
Elthor, Anel busted. But yeah, before we get sidetracked, um,
Yikes.
can we talk about how weird like? Is this the way they tried to frame the show of the other three heroes are just fucking weirdos?
I guess, but like, we knew there were shitheads, bruh.
Yeah.
Everybody but the sword guy. And we haven't really seen much of the sword guy. At least me, in the first two, we haven't really seen much of the sword guy. You know what I
No.
mean? And the other two are horrible. The sword guy is the only one who's kind of likable, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of. The other two are really terrible. All of them.
But that's what I don't get. Like they're like, yo, we gotta stop the tortoise. They're like, oh, we're here to fight waves, and they just left.
I'm like, you
Like,
think
what?
this is weird, bro.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
That's
I
fucking-
guess it makes sense because these motherfuckers think this is like a game. They're still in the mindset of like this is a game world. So like
yeah.
they're not really worried about what they're not called here for. Which is obviously fucking wrong because this is a legit world, regardless of if you think it's a game or not, nigga. Because it's not a game. Niggas real dying this shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas not everything in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't just do that, bro. So it's just weird that they would just literally be like, fuck this, and then just ignore it all.
Yeah, you're right.
I was hoping the tortoise would fuck up one of their regions because of that. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yep.
Like they ignore it and they can't beat the tortoise right away, and it decimates one of their regions, and they're like, "Oh, but you want to help, asshole?
Yeah.
What happened now, dickhead?"
Yo, fucking yeah. I mean, it's one of those joints where you get to the point you think about it, man. This dude's really gonna just disregard that there's a giant tortoise killing people.
Yeah.
Now Fumi's the only one that feels any type of way about this world. You know, I think is it Ralph Talia?
Yeah.
Is the reason for that though.
Definitely.
So that's his kind of like pull.
Definitely. If he didn't have Raptalia, now Puma would be a terrible person.
Yeah.
After what he been through when he got here, nigga.
Yeah, they did.
He would be a terrible. He would be a terrible person, bro. If it wasn't for not Raptalia and definitely Philo as well, but definitely more Raptalia for sure.
That's true facts. Yo, so if anyone's listening to this, I can listen to our Shield Hero episode, and you'll really understand why.
Why? Yeah, because they did that boy now for me dirty, bruh.
Dirty.
Crazy.
Damn, bro, we're at the point now in our podcasting days where we can actually
refer back to shit. Yeah,
that's
crazy. It's so actually wild. I was thinking about that shit too. I'm like, damn, we can actually like refer to episodes and shit. That's wild.
Yeah, it's like
fucking wild.
That's like a lot of episodes, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Refer to section 3.3, subsection A6.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's weak. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
So that was my recap. What's on yours though, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, so mine, I've been watching a little more of that Sailor Moon. So if you listen to our previous episode where me and Deion talked about Sailor Moon, we realized we watched two different versions of it. So I was watching Crystal and he was watching the original 90s version. So I went back and watched the pilot for the original, which I still think is very good. But what I will say is when I watched more of Crystal, I realized that I was like, I really like how Crystal does things, because in the original, I feel like the stuff gets lost in the Monster of the Week shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm maybe like 10, 11 episodes into Crystal, and I have a clear, like, we understand clearly what the story is, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas in the 90s version, I couldn't even tell you at all before I watched Crystal what the story was about. Not even that I remember anything. I couldn't even tell you what the plot was.
Yeah,
all I know is they fight. They were Sailor Girl Power Rangers, and they fight stuff. Yeah. I couldn't tell you a single story beat, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
And that's
facts,
kind
though.
of weird. Because
Yeah.
even like when I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, and I watched it recently, but even when I didn't watch it, I can still tell you different beats about like Yusuke in the cave saving Pooh to get his powers and shit. The Dark Tournament, the chapter black tape and shit. Like I still remember stuff, you know?
Mhm.
With Sailor Moon, I could remember a single beat, bro.
That how far did you get into it again? How many episodes
I'm on episode 10
of the original
of
90s?
Crystal. No, not the 90s.
Oh,
Oh, I only watched like 2 or 3 of the 90s.
yeah.
But I'm saying though, like I definitely feel like it can get lost in that Monster of the Week because I didn't remember anything. So like I know you said it gets to like maybe like 8 episodes before they even started, but if that means if it's 8 before they start getting people, that means it's like maybe 20 before they even get to the real story, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think
You know what I
we said
mean?
that it was episode 12 before they met the second
The
person, and
second one,
episode
12, and
15
you're saying,
and
yeah,
15 before they met the third person.
right. And then there's still another person after that, which has a whole twist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like
So that's just kind of like I think I really just prefer the streamlined story in
yeah.
Crystal, you know, because it just seems more cohesive to me. I'm not the biggest fan of the Monster of the Week shit. It's
Yeah,
fine for 2 3 episodes, but I don't want to watch that shit for 12 episodes, bro.
I agree with you. And you
You
see
know
what
what I
I was
mean?
saying too about the the one girl being like the you said the
Yeah,
MacGuffin?
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, like she just
she always says something and it leads to the next thing. She's the
yeah.
MacGuffin for sure.
So that's why I went. That's so funny because that's why when you were like talking, I'm like, wait a minute, there's a person who like is moving
Yeah,
this.
yeah, and she's only in the Crystal. She's only in the pilot. She's in the other episodes. Like she's Usagi's friend,
Yeah,
but she doesn't really have the bigger role where you're like, hey, let's go here or whatever. Like in
yeah.
the 90s, she has only the first episode, and everything else gets moved around by the plot in general because stuff
Okay.
happens. You know, some other person attacks a thing, but she doesn't have to tell you about it. You know,
Yeah. So
so
it's just a stronger base. You think like the
yeah, I
crystal
just
version
think
is like a more
yeah.
refined
Yeah,
story.
it just makes sense because they had the whole story in tandem in full, you know. They were able to like cut out stuff they didn't need and make it cohesive. That's probably the word I would use it for. Like more it's more cohesive and more streamlined.
Okay.
Because like I said, I'm on episode 10 and we know definitively what this story is. The team is here, all of this shit, you know what I'm saying? We know about what Toshiro Master's deal is. Everything, you know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah. Because see,
We
that's the
know
thing
all of that
too.
stuff.
If you remember what I said about Tuxedo Mask, he always saves her like in the
Yeah,
first
we
two.
know his deal now. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
Yeah.
I just think I prefer that more. I don't want to say it's better because that's a subjective thing, you know?
Hmm.
I just prefer the more streamlined story of Crystal rather than the 90s version.
Yeah.
Even the 90s animation is great to look at. I'm starting to look at this shit. It's beautiful.
It was pretty good.
It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They always hold up the 90s animation. The hand draw, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But the streamlined story of Crystal, I think I prefer more. So
No,
I
I
think
mean,
I'm going to still watch some more of the 90s version, but I'm definitely gonna Chris is my main version for sure. I'm gonna finish that one to the end.
I give you props on that. I mean, I
Yeah,
can definitely agree with you in that sense where it really does come down to a preference. Like if you're for let's say like someone like me, like who I mean I wouldn't even say someone like me. Maybe you only like to watch one or two anime and you
right,
want that shit to last.
right,
Monster of the Week might be your
right.
vibe.
Because you get to
But
just vibe with the characters. It makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
But if you're like kind of I would say we're in this bracket where we're, flipping through
yeah. I'm
16
watching
different
3 animes a
anime,
week. Yeah,
it gotta
I'm
kind of
watching
be a
three
little bit
different
more
animes
strict.
at the same time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah,
That does make sense. I mean, that's not even like speaking for you though on that part, because like you obviously like it for a different reason than like that. But
yeah,
I can see
yeah.
where shit would fall in a different vein for
Right, for
different people.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. It's all a subjective thing, like I said. Like I can never say that Crystal is better than the 90s version because it's all fucking preference. Like
yeah,
if you want these motherfuckers joking around and shit like that, then you would probably want the 90s version more, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I like a cohesive plot, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I like a clean plot.
Taped
And
up.
Crystal shit is very clean right now. Like it just moves very much along this like very well. Pacing is good, and like you get reveals constantly. I never have to wait long for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's episode 10, and I know exactly what Takiru Mask's deal is. in episode 10, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what this boy's deal is. I'm on episode like 5. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he's just some good. Like,
Exactly.
he's just some dark-haired boy saving the shorty.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's funny.
Seven Moons lit. I'm gonna be watching that shit. It's very fire. And all about my recap is I've been fucking reading that Haikyuu, bruh. When I tell you
Ooh. Save
that
one and
Haikyuu,
spoil it for me.
hell no. The Haikyuu is so gas, bro. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, so I started at the end of the final season 4. So Dion's not there yet, so I'm not gonna say what happens, but it's when they get to nationals or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever. They're in nationals. And the match I'm at is not a surprise because we know they're there, is against the practice team they used to play against, Nekuma. And bro, when I just tell you, it's just so lit. It's just really just fire.
That's great.
Just seeing these teams play against each other because like it's a lot of history. You know what I mean? Because we can't forget that like the grandpa and the gramps who coach Nekoma now, they were rivals back in their day, you know? There's fucking history.
The garbage can game? Yeah.
Yes. The fucking, what is it? The fight of the dumpster or something like that they call it?
Yeah, I think it's like the garbage
the
can.
dumpster fight?
The
dumpster fight. Yeah, something like that. Because it's the cat against the crow, you know?
Yep.
So it's history. So it's really sick just seeing this shit just come together and seeing, you know, Hinata against Kenma, and Kenma who's lazy, like trying harder than normal because it's shoujo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just lit.
Nah,
it's just fucking lit. And seeing niggas watching the game like Bokuto is watching the shit, you know what I mean, and the sidelines rooting for Hinata, like it's just fire, bro. Dude, it's just so fire.
When it comes to Haikyuu, it's just good. Like
it's just fucking good. It makes you feel good, bro.
Yeah, it's just good.
It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah. It just makes you feel good. I'm gonna show you on a panel that I saved on my phone, but bro, it's a Suki moment. You know how I hated Four Eyes, bro. I hated him.
Yeah.
It's on record. I hated him. But he has some of the best moments, bro. So he has a moment with this. Oh fuck! Can you not see this shit? Damn it! I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
It's a moment of Tsukishima and Yamaguchi just fucking high fiving, and it's just so clean. Like the art, I didn't realize how like good the artwork. I never saw the manga.
Yeah.
But it's so well drawn. It's crazy.
Well, Suki gets the best animation. I don't know if you noticed that. He literally gets the best.
Really good. Yeah.
Like when he did his first block on
Ushiwaka.
Yeah. No,
is it Ushiwaka?
No, his name is weird. The ace. Ushijima, yeah.
Ushijima,
he hits him with the fucking block and his hands like spider out. I'm like, come on, bro. You guys are playing games. Like you guys are going crazy.
I just texted you this picture. Just look at it real quick. It's fucking OD.
Where you text that?
In the group, yeah. I texted you regularly, yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. So I've been reading that shit. I'm gonna finish it. I think I'm on like 310 out of like 400. Like knowing me, by next week we'll talk. I'll be done with this shit. Knowing me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just so good.
This is like that good. Hold on, I'm fixing your volume so you sound a little bit better on my end. There we go.
Yeah, it's just so good, bro. And I just can't wait to see other matches now, bro.
Okay.
It's wild. I haven't read a sports manga in a long time, and the way they could just make this shit. Because watching sports anime, obviously they can make it a lot of really dynamic, you know, in animation. But for a manga, it's crazy how they do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, manga's always like got a like it really is. I always say the kind of like you know what's your preference of things, like, you know, French fries or chips, like the name, you know, like depending on where you are, it's like some people really be like, yo, I want these fries, these shits are good, you know.
Yeah.
But like some people are just like, nah, this is like a chips thing. Like it's just it's like weird. Like the comparison is like they're both good, but one just has like distinct change
Yeah,
to it, you know?
yeah. It is definitely weird because like there is a level of like you having to really like picture this shit like a movie in your head when
Yeah.
you're reading a manga, you know? Whereas in an anime, you can just let the shit do it for yourself. You're watching the shit move yourself. But like in an
Mm,
anime, you have to, in a manga, I mean, you have to really visualize how this shit would go if it was anime, you know?
yeah.
So it's just a different mindset you have to be in when you read that shit.
But
Especially with fucking, with sports too. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it affects your senses, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Jeez, man. But Haikyuu is just so strong. Like
So
I
strong.
I love the
It might be the
duo.
strongest sports anime ever.
It
Like,
I
it
think
might
it
be the best sports anime ever.
is.
Like, dead ass. And
But
as a
I
motherfucker who's Princess Senna's head, that's like my shit. But this shit blows Princess out the water, bro. I'm sorry. I love POT, bro. I love it to death.
well, I'm trying to think,
Haikyuu
man.
different. Haikyuu different.
I haven't watched too many other like other sports anime, but
Yeah,
the duo main character I think is what sets it, and like
it's really
and the
strong.
premise of it too, because like, we think of things like Eye Shield, you know, it's Eye Shield, like it's
Yeah,
he's the one,
it's him. He's
and
the
it's
one.
him.
Yeah, that's
But
him. It's
but
him.
you have Kageyama and Hinata, and
Yeah,
they're and the way they kicked it off was he wanted him to be the rival, but now they're a team. So you
yeah,
kind of always have in the back of your head like these two are trying to be better than each other, but at the same time they're progressing both of their stories
yeah,
to be the
yeah.
best.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah,
And when you need to take a break from one, they do it, and that's the thing. They do it's such a great job. When you need to take a break from one person, they
yeah,
always go to the other. And then you get to like feel that reprieve from the previous, like when Hinata's like smashes and gets his first ace, you know?
yeah,
You're like, oh, that's amazing. But then the next episode is Kageyama learning the different angles.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's awesome. And you're like, well, what I would not say is like, oh, he learned a jump step. And you're like, oh, that's so sick. And you're like, oh, wait. Then Kageyama learns how to play better with better players. And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
this, you know, so like, it's a very good back and forth. It's not just like with I feel like, oh, he got the Euro step or not
yeah,
the Euro
yeah.
step. What the
It's
fuck is the rodeo
the
drive? And then it's like,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's good,
it's
man.
just so fucking. It's just so good, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm with it. I gotta pick it back up, so I'm gonna start adding that back to the
Yes,
queue.
son. Hell yeah.
It's back to the queue for the saddest of reasons, but
Hell yeah, bro. It's too good.
can't let that one go anymore. So, are we at the main meet? Is this?
Yes. We're at the roof.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
at the roof.
Honestly, this is no longer main meet. It is roof piece now. You welcome everyone.
Facts, true.
Yeah,
It's
welcome
roof
to
piece now. Fuck the main meat, bro. We at roof piece. It's over.
God, dude. I just obviously someone would be mowing their lawn. Fucking literally right now. What the fuck? It's like 9 a.m. Like I hate this in the world. like, why are you mowing your lawn at fucking 9
Whoa.
a.m.? Even
That's
though
life.
it's yeah. Anyway, roof piece. Oh, it was
I told
so
you.
awesome.
Let me just start off with the bat. I told you. Let me just say I told niggas when Roof Piece was gonna get animated, they wasn't ready. And what happened? Niggas wasn't ready. I told
Yo,
niggas. I told motherfuckers, bruh. I'm telling you.
yeah.
I said it.
Whew. Jeez, bro. Roof piece, man. I don't even like the way that it's like you. I'm speechless right now. Like Sam said,
It's a damn near perfect episode. Let's start off that with that. It's damn near perfect, nigga. It's like 9.9 to infinity, nigga.
This shit's
The
Lysol.
closest you can ever get to 100, that's what it's at. You know what I'm saying?
This is that Lysol branded.
Yeah.
99.999.
Yeah, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That shit is, it's ridiculous, bro. And it's literally, it's split into two halves. And both halves are fucking glorious. You know what I'm saying? We have half one with Yamato talking to, he's talking to Momo about Odin's journal.
Yeah.
about what's happening. And we have the scenes of Yamato talking about what's in the journal, the stuff with Ace and shit like that. That shit is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the second half is when we have the goats get to the fucking roof.
Dude,
The 5 gang members. Like,
yo, these
we have Luffy, Killer, Kid, Zoro, and Big Law
yeah.
get to the roof to stand against 2 Yonko, bruh.
See, that's the thing. This episode, I mean, was it like this in the manga too, where they all got there kind of like that and had the same panel? Okay,
Yeah,
because
there's definitely a panel of I don't know if it's the exact same shot they do in the anime,
yeah,
but there's a panel of them like on the rocks, the 5 of our people, and then the 2 of Big Mom and Kaido, like, and they're squaring off. So that did happen. But they might have framed it differently in the anime, you know? But it did happen like that, yeah.
all right, because like seeing like it's Kaido, like really Kaido and Big Mom do have a like even in an anime perspective. It's weird how you get the vibe like Kaido and Big Mom do have a certain aura about them, like a very
what?
ominous aura.
Yes,
and you feel that. And I don't know if it's like how the artists have drawn it or how it's been their backstories have been built up to this point because when we first met Big Mom, she was talking to Luffy on the fucking snail, and you're like, yo, this bitch kind of gonna go. Like I didn't picture her being like this, and then you're like, and then you see her for the first time, and you're like, yo, this shorty's gonna be a little bit of a different, like, she's gonna be kind of a problem. And then you see how durable she is, how evil, how strong her, like, in terms of her hacks, how all these things accumulate to, yo, how the fuck does anyone beat her? And then, you get that whole backstory of them trying to beat her and not being able to. And then you meet this boy Kaido, and you get his whole backstory of, like, he's a beast pirate. It's like he doesn't lose. And then you're like, how's like, oh, he like, what does this guy look like? Then you see him, you're like, this guy's, obviously a savage. And then he turns into the dragon for the first time. And you see Luffy try to hit him and get his ass, and it just be over. And you're like, how does anyone beat him? And then when they're standing there together, you're like, you just got that feeling. You got that overall, like,
you got this feeling that this is here. This is how we beat them.
Yeah.
The 5 of us. This is how we contend. Who knows if we beat them, but this is how we contend.
Right?
With the 5 of probably the strongest motherfuckers on the island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no one stronger than them right now, right?
Yeah, on our side, like,
no one. It's them.
It's them. Yeah.
Even Kid, like, that was the thing, like, I got the vibe, like, I got the feeling from when I looked at that scene when, like, they're standing there, lightning's, like, clashing a little bit. And I'm like, that's the 2 strongest motherfuckers maybe on right now in existence. Like that's how I felt. It might not be true, but I'm like, those are the 2 strongest. Like, I don't know who fights that's scary. And then when the 5 pull up, I was like, you know what? Kid even impressed me. I'm like, Kid's
gonna keep impressing, bro. As someone who was kind of lukewarm on Kid at the end of when it's all said and done, Kid's stock goes way up for sure. It goes way up.
He has confidence, and that's what I think. Like the confidence to stand next to the other 2, because in my head, Luffy and Law were leagues ahead of him. Yeah. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
But I've seen him do some small feats, like when he punched the poo with a gigantic hand, Like, yeah. I'm like, that's kind of really good. Like, he is probably really durable. And if he can.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Kid's style goes way up because I think the way the story portrayed Kid is kind of lackluster. That's why I was lukewarm on him. Me personally, but then with the stuff in the raid, you can see they show you, okay, this is how sick he actually is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like you can put this how he is here and retroactively like kind of like be like, okay, this is how you would handle stuff back then, and it makes him look better. Because I still feel like he was like portrayed lacklusterly, if that's even a word.
Yeah. No, that is.
Yeah, if he's portrayed that way before this, and now we see him go all out, and we can understand. Oh yeah, he's actually OD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like in the beginning, it's like there's like he like grabs some people's swords, makes like a hand. You're like, that's kind of goofy, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're like, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
and
like
he does other shit too. So
I
yeah,
assume
definitely.
so. I was hoping you would steal fucking Kaido's mace, just like grab that shit, cause that
Bro, that'd be OD.
yeah, just be fighting this dude this whole time. But nah, it was beautiful and I love I loved how the comedic relief was Zoro this time,
Yeah,
where
having
he
him
like
fly in.
yeah, him flying and he's like, what did he say? He's like, I can't. He's like, they said something to him like.
I don't
And I
remember.
forgot like the exact words they said to him, but they're pretty much like, "Oh, dude, like why'd you come in like that?" He's like, "I don't have fucking wings and I can't fly," like you guys, pretty much. Pretty much, he was like, "I'm not like you guys."
Bro, it's just funny.
But I love how Kid and like fucking Killer just showed up. You know what I mean? Like they just
That's
were there.
that was their whole plan though. Like
Yeah,
they didn't have any fights
they
or
just
any
showed up.
clashes, but they ran from the entrance to Kaido.
Kind of,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like there was a whole objective was to get to that nigga. So like,
And they did it right, man.
yes sir.
God,
All right, we
Law.
got to go back though because we skipped a lot
Oh yeah, let's
to
go
get
back.
to
Let's go back.
fucking the. Let's go back to the Yamato shit, bro, because this shit was honestly OD.
Was this
The
in this
scene,
episode?
yeah,
Okay.
Yamato with Ace,
You're right. You're right. Yep.
yeah,
Run it.
and then we get the scene like the scene is just amazing. So we get a flashback to when Ace went to Wano because we knew he was there. So
Mhm.
he was there when Kaido wasn't around, like on some expedition or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he meets Yamato, and they obviously hit it off. They have interest, whatever. And he starts telling Yamato about everything. And then Ace slips up about telling him about Luffy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Don't laugh at my brother's dream" or whatever. And then Yamato's like, "Wait, what the fuck? It's the same shit this nigga said in the book."
Oh
So then,
yeah.
so then we have this insane fucking like mirrored flashback. Like the scene is fucking wild. It's like a fever dream, bro. Like it's like I never thought I could even see anything like this.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fever dream, and it's drawn even dreamier, like you know what I mean, like way more fluid and watery, you know.
Yeah.
And we have like a flashback of Yamato like going and seeing Odin and Roger talking about and saying this, talking about like going to the last island and them being the greatest crew, whatever. And then we see Luffy come in and he changes the fucking scene, bro. With the when he walks in, the colors change and everything. And then we see silhouettes of Sabo and Ace over Odin and Whitebeard. Like this shit is mind blowing. Seeing like little baby Ace, and then behind him is like young Whitebeard with the fucking golden locks, nigga.
Yeah.
And then you see baby Sabo in silhouette of Odin.
Yep.
And then you see baby Luffy in silhouette of Roger. And then they say the same thing, and they all laugh. I'm like, bro, this is like for them to do this is insane, bro.
I just got chills thinking about
Because
that. That's right.
because it's wild. They make this connection, and I didn't even really connect it, but it makes sense because we knew Luffy said the same thing as Roger. We knew that already. And then we knew two niggas were there at that time, Sabo and Ace. But then I didn't connect it to be like, oh, Odin and Whitebeard are the Ace and Sabo to, you know, Roger in a way.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really put that together, but that's kind of like what they're portraying.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're very right. Because it is that.
In the way in the when he said his dream, because Roger and Luffy doesn't tell this dream to anybody else. I think only people who know this are his brothers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he hasn't said whatever he wants to do to anybody else. He always says, "I'm gonna be Pirate King."
Yeah, but he's not
he
like
hasn't said the other thing.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, so the biggest parallel is just OD, bro. And the way it was drawn is just fucking amazing, bro.
Because because that you're right, because Roger said that to Odin and Whitebeard when he wanted to take Odin, right? And
Exactly.
that's why he wrote it down,
Yes.
because he gave the dream. That was
Yes.
so what was the dream again, to be like the freest, like, was it?
Well, we don't know what they say.
I thought,
They always cut it off. No, they always cut
oh,
it off. So he goes, and when it's Roger, they go, I wanna whatever, and they cut off, and then we see wow, Whitebeard and Odin laugh. They're like, what the fuck, Roger? That's
oh
insane.
yeah, yeah.
And then when it's Luffy, Sabo, and Ace, the birds fly off, and then they laugh and they're like, what the fuck,
Oh
Luffy? You're insane.
yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we want to think it's the freest in the world, but I was saying this to my stream yesterday. I kind of moving away from that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
Like, the freest in the world seems too obvious to me now. Like, to me, I kind of like, I don't know. I really want to like say it has to do something with like bringing people together, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Luffy's a big fan of like parties and shit. I want to like it to be an event. Like, I want to have the biggest party in the world. I want to have something where like everybody can just like, you know, it's something. I feel like it's something like that now, and not just be the freest in the world. Because to hide that from us for this long, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, what is it
I
now?
think it has to be something else.
Yeah, that gives me a
And
reinforcement
if it's like a party, you know, like Roger, like I want to have like the biggest fucking party. I want to share sake with everybody in the fucking world, or something, you know, insane. Because it has to be ridiculous for them to laugh at it, but then believe Luffy can do it, you know?
Yeah, just like they did with Roger. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, you know, you're
So,
right.
yeah.
You're right. It could.
It's
I
tough.
mean, it could be that theory that a lot of people are talking about, like where they're like, I want to connect all the oceans and destroy the red line. You know what I mean?
Bring
And if
everyone
that,
together, something like that.
yeah, bring everyone together by destroying the red line, that would make
Yeah.
sense. If they're like, oh, you like that's you can't do that. That's like gigantic structure, you know?
Yeah.
And it'd be funny for like Whitebeard to feel that way because he has the fucking tremor fruit,
Earthquake
like,
power,
and he's like, I
exactly.
can't even do that. So like, how are you
Right.
gonna do that? Like, you know?
Yeah. So who knows? Like, I don't know, but I'm starting to think now. Like, I used to be firmly think it was the freest in the world, but now I'm starting to move away from that for sure. I don't know.
True.
It's tough.
Yeah, so you're right though. They do pan away, but it's like the parallel of both of them smiling and like everyone laughing, but believing them too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so good. And then Ace even says, like, to Yamato, he tells him, he's like, yo, you can't laugh at Luffy's dream. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah,
like, we laugh at it, but that's our brother, you know? I ain't gonna let anybody else laugh at it. And then he's like, no. Like, the nigga said the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro. And then we have like also like one of the best, like, seeing Ace in this episode for me gave me mixed feelings because Ace could have been so good, but his final moments tarnish his character, at least for me. They fucking tarnish his character, bro. Like, him going back to fight Akainu in his last moments, like, it kills me every time because it tarnishes his character. And seeing him in this moment,
I might disagree with you a little bit on that. I can see how you might feel that way, though.
Bro, it tarnishes his character. I don't know how you when someone laid it out for me, I don't know how you can't not think that.
Well, let me hear it because I want to know how you
feel.
So
in his final moments, he disobeys his basically his pop's dying wish to run away and survive for his own pride, and then gets killed for it. That's like, bro, like to ignore Whitebeard, because if they run away, they fucking survive, bro. Ace is alive to this day if they run away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To be provoked, it's just dumb to be provoked by Akainu and to just be killed in that way. And then to ignore Whitebeard's dying wish, because Whitebeard's dying for sure.
Yeah.
To ignore your pop's dying wish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying
for something petty like that.
I'm trying to like picture. Oh
that
yeah,
tarnishes his character.
because for this whole time I thought like Akainu was beating the shit out of Luffy and he was about to kill
No,
him. But nah, he did say like, "Oh, are you just gonna
no.
like run away from me?" Like he was like
Exactly. And then he
antagonizing him.
stopped. And
Yeah.
then Luffy dropped the Beaver card, and then that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But if he doesn't stop to fight Akainu, they get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they do kind of fucking piece it, right? Yeah, you're right.
Without question. So
Because
like
Akainu was a little.
his final decision like really tarnishes the whole character for me because I'm like, why the fuck would you do that, bro? Like
He wasn't he was prideful like that though, right? And his young like,
yeah, he was, but the nigga to ignore Whitebeard's your father, your pops' dying wish, bro.
yeah.
This isn't just any order. His final dying order, bro. To ignore that shit, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, you're right. He kind of then he also
Come
kind of
on.
the whole raid objective too.
Like, come on, bro.
He did, but I don't know if it tarnishes him because I think that was his person. Like like when they would
obviously
always do the
other people can have people have like it wouldn't touch him for them, but for me, it ruins his character kind of.
So that's the thing. So my position is I don't think it ruins his character. I think what it did for you was it was a lot like illogical and it ruined it gave you a bad taste of like how his person is because when you watch all the like the throwback information. He did that all the time. Like people would antagonize him. You go fight them.
Yeah,
get beat up.
Yeah,
like,
I understand. I understand, but come on, bro.
Yeah,
like I understand if in any other scenario, you let this man say one sentence to you and get provoked in this scenario. Like I understand when you have no other responsibilities, whatever. Yeah. This man Whitebeard gave you his dying order, bro, and you ignored it.
But see, I know why you feel like that, but it's one of those things. It's like it's meant to be like that, you know. Because even with the Blackbeard thing, he's like, "Don't go fight him." He's like, "Nah, fuck that," and he just did it, you know. Right. And that's like, and it's one of those things where, yeah, it's annoying and it's frustrating, but that is Ace, and it's one of those things where you're meant to. It's either you like him or you don't. That's how I feel. I feel for you. You're like, this is annoying. To me, it doesn't tarnish his character because that is his character. Like, I wasn't led to believe that he was like, you know, if it was something like, let's say like Jinbei did that, you know, who's like very calm and collected, and out of nowhere he's like, oh, don't talk shit to me, and then turns around and like fights him. I'd be like, that doesn't line up. But like Ace was told multiple times in many different scenarios, like, hey, don't go fight those kids. Hey, don't go fight those people. Hey, don't do this. And he's just like, nah, like I'm doing it. And
then, like I understand, but this is a special scenario, bro. Like having your captain's dying words, nigga, and you ignore his dying words, like this is a different scenario, bro. At least in my eyes, this is different than any other. Don't go after Blackbeard or don't go fight Blue Jam in the Great Terminal. Like, this is different, bro. No, this is like Whitebeard, your captain, your father's dying words, bro.
I know you're saying it's different. It is different, but I think it holds true to his character that he just literally doesn't listen, which ultimately fucked him over. And I think that's right.
I don't know.
You know,
I never thought it wasn't in his character because obviously he has a fight for a reason. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I just think it fucked. I just think it made you feel. I don't know,
man.
I gave you a negative feel. I don't because it doesn't to me tarnishing his character would be like. If in the middle of that fight he like grabs Boa's titty or something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's tarnishing his character, you know? Like Ace, you were like a stand-up dude. Like, why are you doing this?
I don't know, bro. You know?
Like Sanji doing some like that doesn't tarnish it for me. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you're right? Like, why would you disobey?
Maybe tarnish is too strong of a word, but it sours his character for me.
Yeah,
sour is probably the better word. Yeah. Maybe tarnish is too strong of a word. It sours him to me. Whenever I look at it now, I'm like, you motherfucker, how could you do that shit?
All right, that makes sense. Yeah, tarnish for me is very hard. Like that's
tarnish is probably too harsh.
Yeah,
it definitely sours his character. So anytime I see him now, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anytime I see him, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, how are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm like, and when I saw him, I was like, I had to pause it, and I'm like, bro, it makes me nostalgic because like he could have been a perfect character. He could have been perfect. Oda could have killed him in a way that didn't like. I don't
Yeah.
know,
So
nigga.
here I
Whitebeard's
gotta.
last order? Come on.
It hurts. But to me, so here I got a good example. I got
Oh,
a good example. Like Lord Third, that the shit he did to
oh,
Naruto tarnished his character. Like he was a good. You're like, this guy would have been sick, and you're
facts.
like, what?
Oh, that's true.
That's
That's
tarnishment.
true. That's true.
Because you're like, that doesn't seem like it was in his wheelhouse of how he was as a person. And you're like, you let this nigga just live in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment by himself?
By
Like,
himself, drinking sour milk?
yeah, you're like, what? That's tarnished to me. But yeah, you're right. Like the whole Ace thing, you're like, why though, bro? Like, why
Exactly.
did he? Like, why?
It's just why just not? It just doesn't make sense, bro. And like even if it's supposed to be within his character, it still doesn't make sense for you to ignore your captain's final dying words, bro.
Yeah,
Like, and there's no like, oh, he's gonna survive. Like, no, we all know Whitebeard will pass here.
yeah. I mean, this nigga took the damage of
All damages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guy, he hurt. He's still breathing
bro.
somehow. He got stabbed by his team. Like that was crazy. He got stabbed by the boy, hugged him, like said, "Yo, it's all right."
Yo,
Took that shit
I'm
out. Said,
telling
"We
you.
we battling."
Yeah.
And
So
and it kind of was down bad too. Like we forget, like right before this, like Whitebeard broke this nigga's face. like
no, that was after.
I thought it was before. I thought he stood
No,
behind him.
he hits him with the quake. No, that's after he kills Ace. He goes behind him and does the quake punch, I think. No?
No, I thought that was before, and I thought that they moved into the like he was gonna get away because of that. He's like, "Don't you like touch?" Because I thought Whitebeard died like right there standing up. He's like
he did
behind him,
up, yeah.
and he just hit this nigga, and like his whole head was curved and shit.
Yeah.
And then he was like dying. Like Akainu was really down bad. He's like, "Hey, you need to like come back, like fight me, idiot." Like,
He's a dumbass. Listen, I hate him.
Yeah,
And this stupid ass, I hate him.
Maybe I'm wrong though. It's been a long
Ace,
time
bro.
since I watched that beginning part.
Yeah, I don't know. It happens. He does fuck up Akainu at some point.
Yeah.
Within that time, but yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Little
You're
Ace side, little Trace sidebar.
Yeah, a little
Trace.
more. Good that we talked through that one because I think I had to talk you off the ledge of tarnish. You know?
Yeah, I still feel strongly about him being a fucking dumbass and his character being not great now. But Tarnish, I guess I'll move from Tarnish. I'll just say soured, like sour milk Naruto's drinking.
Poor boy. We gotta do a short of that one time. Just like a sad, like you know, you can either feel like Ace or feel like Naruto drinking sour milk, bro.
Oh, I can't.
Oh,
yeah, so that first half was fucking OD.
Yeah, that was a good first half. I'm glad that.
And then Yamato gives Momo the book. You know what I mean? Just tight. Yeah, of course. And then yeah,
we moved up to.
We transitioned to the roof.
Yeah, I mean, you were 100% right. I mean, I wish I knew what episode you talked about this because it's been a lot of time in the making.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luffy punching and Luffy also punching the door down, the symbolism of like breaking through the wall, like literally breaking down the doors to get
so tight. Yeah. So tight, bro.
Shows up. And you know what? Law's sauce, like even though Luffy's main character, Law has the most sauce in all of One Piece. All these motherfuckers, like
bro.
Zoro flies in and hits his head. Fucking Kid and fucking Killer just kind of walk up, all nonchalant. But this dude Law to shoot and be cross-legged on the rock, chilling.
The rock, cooling.
Like, oh hey, nice to see you.
He's gangster, bro. And we didn't see like he was at a poneglyph before that. I forgot to mention that. Like we saw him at a poneglyph. So we know that that's his objective right now is trying to find out what's up with the D-Clan, you know. Yeah. So he's on the same tip with Robin on the poneglyph grind. So he was there peeping one, and then he just teleported up there and he just
right there.
Cooling. Like, yo.
And he knew too. He knew where they were. That's like so sick.
He's so tight, bro. And he just had a room open. Niggas just room.
Yo.
Go on.
But to show up cross-legged from standing,
different.
To put your body in that position,
different.
You know, gangster,
Law's in that before. You know he's like teleported into his bed. like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's just like laying down. He's done it before. He's too
Yeah.
smooth for that. You know what I'm saying? It was too smooth for him to not do it the first time. He's been done that before.
Yeah. That guy is a problem, bro. Like
That
just
shit
to
was
be in
crazy.
space, just to like
Yeah.
teleport into space. Oh, God, man.
Yeah, he's crazy.
So
But
yeah,
once we get here, I think the best part, I think my favorite part of this shit was the part with Kinemon.
oh yeah,
When
here I'll let you. Because
nigga,
you spoke about this before, so I'll let you run it. Yeah,
I told when the nigga, bro, when he walks past Big Mom and Kaido, bruh, it's like a different level of confidence, bro. To have two Yonko standing side by side and you to just walk split right between them, not even look them at all. Straight forward, head forward, walking.
Pissed though too. Angry.
Nigga, angry. Goes to Kinemon and looks at, and Kinemon's words, bro, is just like, bruh.
Oh, can I pause you there for a second?
Yeah.
Because I also want to say this though, because I think this builds up to that. So both Kaido and Big Mom are talking mad shit to Luffy.
No, true.
You're like, yo, say it, Straw Hat. Tell me say what you want to say. Like, tell me what you said on the phone. Like Big Mom actually sounded like a angry baby mama. Like for real. Yo, say what you talked. Yeah, say what you told me. Say what you said to me on the phone. Like, you know, like
that's just so funny.
And then Kaido was like, "What was that, Straw Hat? Like, are you gonna be the one to defeat?" And yo, Kaido was like doing the thing where Kaido's really weird. Kaido's like that weird like creeper. Like, yo, tell me you were gonna beat my ass. I want to hear you say it, like, daddy. Like Mom was like, talk that shit you were saying on the phone to your other bitches. Like, help me.
Yo, I'm telling
Luffy's like,
you.
I don't got time for none of that. All right, now you can proceed. Yeah, so they were talking mad shit to him.
So they're talking all this shit, bro. And Luffy pays him zero mind, bro. He walks up and everyone, I love how everyone is just like waiting too. Like you see Zoro with his hand on the hilt and the sheath ready.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting and watching what Luffy does. And this man Luffy just casual, bro. Calm. Walks straight between them. Not even, and then they are shocked and pissed. Because they're like, what the fuck? Yeah. And Luffy goes to Kinemon. Kinemon's on the ground. Luffy goes down and he goes, Kinemon, I'm sorry it took so long. The first thing Luffy says, bro, is I'm sorry? Like, come on, bro. Like, the nigga is goated.
That's a champ.
Like, for him to just first say, bro, I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. Like, the weight of your captain saying that shit, bro, is just crazy.
And Kinemon having
and Kinemon bawling. And then just being like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I can't even show my face to Odin in the afterlife after we perform this way. And you feel for them, bro, because obviously we knew they weren't gonna kill Kaido.
Yeah.
We knew it.
Yeah.
But you feel for them, bro. You really feel for them in that moment, like, fuck. Like, they gave it their damnedest. The whole squad is out.
Yeah. I do give them props, though. I do give them props, though. They beat a strong dude in Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That dude is that dude. I think Jack, even though he's the third technically in command, I think Jack is the most ruthless nigga of the three.
Yeah, he definitely ruthless for sure, bro. That nigga is different.
Wow. So you're right, yeah. You know, like we gotta give the samurai. I mean, they did get put out.
Yeah, we gotta give them props. Yeah. They definitely like. It's just to kill Kaido, man. You gotta be a special motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm sorry to say, and they just even the 9 of them just couldn't hatch it, bro. Like, it's tough to say, but that's the truth. That's the reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fucked. And seeing them all just there, bloodied up, all of them, just bloodied up, fucked. And then Kinemon just saying, bro, like, Luffy, can you carry Wano on your back? Bruh, like, just saying it, like, not even saying, can you help me? But saying, can you put the country on your back, bro? It's just, oh my that shit on, bro. Like, oh my god, it's just so good. Like the word they chose for this monologue on this scene with Luffy and Kinemon is just perfect, bro. Like having Luffy say sorry that it took them so long and he couldn't help him to get here. Took so long to get here. Kinemon saying, bro, can you Like, can you put the country on your back? And then Luffy, without hesitation, being like, of course, it's my friend's country.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
And I like to cut back to when they're like when they shook hands at. Did they shake hands at
Yeah.
the port? You know, like
Yeah. And you
like
see a bunch of stuff. You see like the charge. You see like where they destroy the boats. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that. And then, as this happening, you see that boy Kaido come right behind him, mean, shadowed up behind Luffy. Like, what the fuck you doing, Straw Hat, bro?
Yeah.
And bruh. And then we get it's probably the prettiest punch we've ever seen Luffy do, bro.
Now we're running that back. You keep skipping good parts
What
of
did I
Law.
skip?
I just let because I think this is an important aspect that how much respect Luffy demands. So like in that moment he goes to Law.
Oh yes.
Get them
Bring them downstairs.
He doesn't even say like, hey Law, can you do this? Or hey Law, he goes, Law, put him downstairs. And Law within a second, just bang, they're gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? He commands. He commands Law. He doesn't ask.
That shit is true, bro. That is true. There is a funny moment with that comes out later, which I like. There's a fun Law, and they have a funny interaction with that. But I do like that moment also. Yeah. But it's definitely true that when Luffy said that shit, like Law knew, like, yeah, I can't say no to this nigga now. Yeah. Not right now, bro. Bruh. So that shit is true, bro. Sends them all downstairs, and boy, we get one of the prettiest punches we've ever seen, bro.
It's
ever.
Ever.
So this man comes out with the club on Luffy. Luffy speed blitz, dodges that shit, and then comes out with the Rio, nigga. The Rio fist, nigga, Red Rock. Oh my god, which is the first time we've seen him do a move like this, which Red Rock is like the Gear 3rd version of like a Red Hawk, obviously. Yeah. You know, like arm and hockey fist, you know, fire, shit like that, but it's Gear 3rd, it's giant now.
Yeah, big
so
hands.
That nigga hit Kaido with that shit, bro. And Kaido hurt. That shit hurt him. Even Big Mom was like, nigga, how did you let him knock you down like that? And I didn't let him. Kaido like, I didn't fucking let him, bro. He did it.
Yeah, that's
knock him square into next week.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, nigga, you want to see his big ass hand? Like,
yeah, the fire too. You wouldn't see all that, bitch. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? You with some regular punch you hit me with, bro? Like, no.
Nah, he reeled the shit out of that, and like the way they put the splinters like through his body.
Oh my god, it's so sick, bro. And they had the conversation like, oh, y'all call it hockey, we call it Rio. It's like also known as the flow, whatever. You see like the hockey flowing through his veins and shit to his arm. It's like rainbow. We get the fire, like, bruh. It's just perfect.
That was just a slow.
It's just perfect, bro. Yeah, round of applause for that, John, for sure. I'm telling you, shit's crazy.
You're right though, man. They went in and he hit that boy. But like you said, Kaido took the punch thinking it's gonna be
exactly. You know? Thinking it wasn't gonna hurt him, but that shit knocked him down.
Yeah, he was like, no.
That shit put him on the ground, bro. Nigga said, oh shit.
Roof Piece was beautiful, man. And
craziest part about this is that this is only the beginning. It didn't even start yet, because niggas barely even fought. This is the intro. We just got here. You know what I mean? Like, now the real intense scene, the real fight begins, bro.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be crazy.
I'm ready, bro. I'm so ready for that.
It's man, it's gonna be wild.
And it's the greatest of the worst generation too. It's the three tops. So the Novas, right?
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be crazy. So
I'm ready.
We bring in Roof Piece every week until it's over, because
now that the Between the Walls have been shunted,
we are been shut down until fucking 2023 or whatever.
We are on Roof Piece.
I'm reading that shit before though. It's only 9 chapters. I'm gonna read that shit at some point.
You should, man. I don't know. Like I said, after the fake finale, I was just kind of like,
yeah. They really dragging this shit out, bruh.
Yeah, they're like, we can't let this money go. It's too good.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, nigga. It's a cash cow for them.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything else on. I just watched One Piece, then, right?
Nigga, you got anything? Exactly. Again, yeah. If you haven't yet. Watch or read fucking One Piece, bro. Like, ain't no other way to fucking say it. Just do it.
Yeah.
It might be the greatest story ever.
Yeah, this might have been.
It might be. It might literally be the greatest story ever written.
Yeah.
It's literally, that's debatable. That's how fucking good it is. So, nigga, if you haven't, watch or read it. That's it.
And if you could have told from our conversation on how this is 99.99%, like maybe 100, we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like,
yeah.
It's everything. It's
10, 15, yeah.
You'll love it.
It's a damn near perfect episode of anime.
So this is like Sam's normal damn near perfect. This is like Sam was fighting to not say it was perfect because he wants to hold true to his ideals.
I can't say that shit because nothing's perfect in real life, but this is like, nigga.
This almost changed Sam.
This almost changed my life. Like, is perfection actually attainable?
Yeah, that's funny. All right, y'all. So, I mean, I guess that's it. I hope y'all have a good day. And
yes, sir.
Peace. So this is a part of our podcast where we drop over all of our juicy handles. Please give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you have any business inquiries, get a hold of us at dosyonkos@gmail.com. If you want to become a Patreon or a patron of our podcast, $1 gets you a crewmate where you get special perks in our Discord, and $5 makes you a captain, which will get you exclusive access to our captain's convo in our Discord, where we answer your questions live on stream once a month. That can be at patreon.com/Dosyonkos. If you have the ability to, and you would like, it helps support our channel. We enjoy that very much. Also, if you need any apparel or want to get a dope Dosyonkos t-shirt, hit us up at www.activegamerfitness.com/shop, and you can pick up hoodies, hats, t-shirts, mugs. And
yes, sir.
Sam hits us with the great content of, give us a fucking review on Apple.
A review on Apple, bruh.
So yeah, what is it? If you review, give us a 5-star review on
yes, sir. Apple Podcasts or whatever. We'll read them, Jones. Talk shit about us if you want. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if it's 5 stars, we'll read it on the podcast.
Yeah, please don't talk shit about us, but we'll definitely drop.
If it's 5 stars, I don't give a fuck. Like I said, if it's 5 stars, I don't care.
Imagine that, you just get the 5 stars.
I don't.
Oh damn. That being said, I hope y'all are having a great time, and peace.
Peace.